Okay then, here's my next review. For those of you that follow me on Twitter, you may have noticed I actually said which would be my next game I'm going to be reviewing, and it's on the PC one. I had one reply, oh, better than nothing, and it's from my good friend Pete. Right, Pete, mate? And you guessed it was Theme Hospital. You were really, really close, because that's actually in line with probably on the next few reviews I've actually got planned. Theme Hospital is definitely going to be reviewed very soon. And for those of you that are interested in talking to Pete, please do. Please follow me. He's a really good friend of mine. He's a gamer also. Good chat with. He's passionate just like me. Have a differentiation of games that we love and that we don't like. Really good, awesome chap. Get to know him. He's a really good guy. And thank you, Pete, for actually telling me that you thought it was going to be Theme Hospital. Thank you for responding. I actually appreciate even if it's just one response. Thank you.
Well, howdy there, partner. Welcome to the Wild West of 1881. A memorable timeline of such things as racial inbred morons roaming the earth, gun-toting bum bandits who hunt for gold more than green-coated leprechauns, and of course the big cherry on the cake to top it all off, noble steeds who get rid of much more in a much longer period than that of a group of horny STD spreaders at an orgy party. Now that's getting jiggy with it. Welcome to Desperados, wanted dead or alive.
I dream I call him old Castro, stood him on the floor, looked him right in the eye and said, boy, you.
One of the many things I enjoyed about this exotic PC title is the fact that unlike other lazy sheep-handled shooters out there, you know, the old running in bullseye shooting range of your bloomin' enemies, plant their skull full of lead, is not the way to solve your problems in this game, I am very happy to say. If that's what you were thinking in order to try and complete this game, well, I've got some old-fashioned newspaper headline news for you, buddy. That's not smart strategy. That's poor first-person shooter tactics. Noob edition, I may add. The protagonist of our story is called John Cooper, a poor man's Clint Eastwood.
I want to solve your problem.
Oh, yeah? You and whose army?
This one. Any idea where I can find him?
Who takes on the bounty of hunting down the notorious bandit El Diablo. That is Spanish for the devil. Honestly, the Spanish language, so sexy. Along the way of riding through the merry happy land of the surface world of the Old West, John felt it would actually be best to actually get some of his buddies back on the mix for the amazing hot adventure that they're going to get themselves upon.
I'm gonna get myself a couple more partners.
Along the way, we are able to play individual characters that are added to the roster. So, we have Sam Williams, a fellow black brethren of mine who escaped slavery. Doc McCoy, the healer of the team and fellow sniper for the long shot.
It's a long shot!
I think we went to university together. I think so. I'm glad he got his PhD though. We have Kato Hara, a charming temptress with her dazzling beauty. Sanchez, the big muscle brawn of the group, whose biggest flaw is actually friendly fire towards your team. It happens. And lastly, we have Mia Young, a young petite Asian girl with a monkey as a pet. As you do. There are 25 glorious missions for you to complete and enjoy the surrounding atmosphere of, each ranging in difficulty and strategy shifting gameplay objectives that keep the old from point A to point C fresh and on your toes of thought. The enemy NPC suspicious levels on this game are off the charts, with the CPU bandits roaming around, whether in areas of daylight in a crowded town or nightfall around a campfire. Silence is golden for your progression in this game, and it would be best for you to use that to your full advantage, because once those cowboy boots of yours are heard, considering the obvious platoon of bad guys surrounding the area doing exactly the same thing, yours, however, somehow gives off suspicious activity scent. A great touch to the game is actually the spyglass, which you can use to check the mentality of both the NPC snitching civilians to the gun-toting bandits surrounding the areas. This function of the game is a really great help for you to see and judge what is happening, whether anybody in the local area is actually calm and just getting on with the day on an endless loop walk. The spyglass would signify that as a green colour, everything is calm and fine. If there's any sort of suspicious activity that the gun-toting NPCs surrounding the area may get the search party for, yellow. or at very worst, if you're spotted and bullets start flying all over the place, it's red. There is a nice touch to the spyglass, varying in different colours also, each representing different situations of status, such as a pink vision for the spyglass would signify Kate's distracting ability, and black for the enemies to turn into a frenzy, shooting anything that moves. Thanks to Mia. Cooper and his companions have various distracting and neutralizing abilities in their arsenal. Albeit the end game of the effect is the same, it's fun to use certain characters in specific situations to help you progress forward. Whether you enjoy punching every man, woman and child in the face and get a sadistic kick out of it without getting a court order of course, or use the tactics of loud noises and distractions to lure your prey in for the kill. It is gallons of fun to experiment varied strategies with the characters, weapons and abilities that they each have and can perform for you to get that well-deserved loss of life. Fear not of not knowing what to do and how to perform the actions of each character. There are tutorials for every single character before you get to use them, so you know exactly what you're in for. The cinematics for the game are not bad for 2001. It keeps consistent with the game and is actually watchable considering exactly how our characters engage with each other. A small nitpicking flaw is the music. The music for Wanted Dead or Alive is actually limited, as of most stages have exactly the same soundtrack as pretty much the others. But that did not seem to bother me overall as I was enjoying the gameplay so much. However, it is very westernized and fits to the atmosphere of the game. And also, when an enemy is alarmed, the music suddenly changes to actually fit that tone of it. It is very difficult to say who my favourite character out of this wonderful little group is, considering the fact they all have pros and cons per stage as you progress forward, and who or what you need to do to actually accomplish objectives and get rid of the enemy surrounding the area. Being the big muscular bronze of the group, Sanchez is the only one who can carry multiple bodies and beats up 3 people maximum in a building should they find you in there or accidentally walk in while they're searching for you at once, and cannot bring any harm to any of the group members as he kicks them out of the windows. John has the best silent weapons up close and personal, which is the knife and his fists. Optional to throw the knife also, which is in good lethal distance of a kill throw, and a good pocket watch to distract enemies. Doc has knockout gas, which can affect both your teammates and the enemies in a small area of effect. Healing your teammates is always a good plus should they take on any damage, and also the fact that Doc is a safe cracker and can unlock doors that are actually locked. Sam has a deadly snake in a bag to surprise enemy with a foot full of fang juice, and can tie up knocked out or unconscious enemies permanently from then on out of the rest of the duration of the game. Kate has her thunder thigh to actually lure in the horny beasts surrounding her and kick them right in between the testicles, also possessing a mirror to actually temporarily blind their enemy's vision for a temporal amount of time. Mia has a wonder dart that actually sends enemy into a psychoed frenzy killing machine that will shoot anything that moves, including their own partners or fellow enemy NPCs. There are many ways to complete each stage, depending on your strategy of course. But not all stages require the same end game of actually putting every enemy down. There are, in lies, a few surprise turns in certain objectives in certain stages that make you think. I like that. So the game friendly enforces you and encourages you to use all of your characters in an effective way to actually complete the objectives. One of the biggest helps in this game is actually the map. The map itself displays moving icons and they all signify a specific thing. Red is for enemies, blue can be civilians, brown is for animals, and the little plus yellow sign, those are items that you can find. To all the staff and everybody at Spellbound Entertainment, I thank you for developing this game. This is one of the finest and first PC titles I played in my childhood. I had fun spending so many hours actually trying to complete this game. And the funny thing is, I actually was introduced to this game on demo via Cereal Box. I miss the good old days. A nice touch also after I completed the game was the fact that I used cheat codes. It was actually optional for me to actually go back and play the game multiple times. I remember using the invisibility cheat code as well as other ones, but that one was probably my favourite, so no enemy can see you and you can just do whatever you like with no hindrances. While playing this game, if there's one piece of advice I can give all of you, it is this. Saving is vital. Take those words with heavy gravity. You can save as many times as you like at any point in the game, but you need to make sure you need to save your game at the right moment. If you're saving your game where everything seems a little bit on edge, and something happens, somebody gets discovered or told that you're here, or someone spoils something and you lose a character, that is it. You save at the wrong time, you start again. I greatly recommend this game. It isn't without its flaws, of course, but there are many, many positives and just a few negatives. It provides you with a good challenge and experimentational fun. This game is an RTT, real-time tactics, which is a subgenre, tactical war games. It's a very good point-and-click game. I really do recommend it. It's fantastic. It's one of the finest westerns I've ever played, and I'm pretty sure that you can pretty much pick up on Steam for only a couple of quid. I think it was about 5 or 6 or just around that hour. So it's not too much, you know. You will enjoy it. If you haven't played it, please do consider getting it. It may be old, but it's a fantastic gem on the PC, and I'm pretty sure you'll have great fun with it.